June Sarpong says SAG is still judged by her color when it comes to presenting roles despite fronting a string of hit shows. Former Loose Women panelist, 40, released her book Diversify this summer, looking at the way in which people judge those different to themselves. June Sarpong says SAG is still judged by her color when applying for presenting roles despite fronting a string of hit shows. Speaking to The Sun Online about her own experiences of prejudice, she explained, "Lots of times in my career I've been excluded from magazine shoots, television shows, and so on, and the term that's often used is we're not sure how our main audience will respond, which is rubbish because at the time this is when some of my shows were the highest rates shows on the network and they were main audiences. For me, I've never been worried by the audience. A lot of the time it's commissioners and editors who have some of those views themselves and project them onto an audience. I still go through it now. At the end of the day we're all symptoms of whatever the standards of society are." Even Oprah Winfrey, who's one of the richest people in the world, remember what happened when she went to that shop in Paris. They thought she didn't have enough money to come in. But the book doesn't only look at race but diversity in general, so disability, gender, LGBTQ and age is a really big one in our society. June was inspired to start writing the book after working with a heavily tattooed engineer in Las Vegas. Her first impression of the man was that he was intimidating, mistaking his tattoos for gang markings, but she took the time to get to know him and found him to be excited by his career in the media industry. June was inspired to write her book after judging a tattooed man she worked with in America. The former Loose Women panelist, 40, released her book Diversify this summer, looking at the way in which we judge those different to ourselves. Richard Madeley gets stand in Australia as Judy Finnegan is glum. In UK, what caused Jack Maynard to leave him a celebrity and what were his tweets about? All the info on how and why Jack Maynard sensationally left him a celebrity. 2017 Courtney Stodden posts teary picture and says SAG's devastated. Jack Maynard breaks silence. I've said some disgusting things. I'm ashamed. I'm a celebrity. 2017 is underway. Find out the celeb lineup. She describes the issue as otherizing and said it was eye-opening for her to realize she was being judgmental when she was more used to being on the receiving end. During her research, she said the most shocking thing she found out was how differently people with disabilities are treated. She said, "It's shocking when you look at the statistics and we wouldn't accept that for any other group. For example, there are 1.4 million people in this country with a learning disability and only 6% of them are in work. It's insane, and I think we really need to look at how we integrate people better into society because 1 in 5 people in the country has a disability, and that's something that can affect anyone at any time." June plans to turn her book into a documentary. I was hit by a car when I was 14 and I didn't walk for a year. I had physiotherapy for another 4 years, so I was officially disabled for 4 years of my life. I know firsthand the indignities that you face. June said she now has plans to turn the book into a documentary. Loose woman June Sarpong confessed she is targeted for being single. Got a story? Email digishowbiz@thesun.co.uk or call us direct on 020778242220.